Day 3 of the 2024 LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar is in honour of the TIE Fighter set number 7146 from the year 2001. This was a 171-piece set consisting of the fighter itself with a working hatch and a display stand and 2 minifigs. The minifigs were a pilot and a stormtrooper. TIE stands for Twin Ion Engine, and the engine was one of the most precisely manufactured propulsion systems in the galaxy. It had no moving parts and was very low maintenance. The craft itself had exceptional manoeuvrability, and this was due to the lack of combat shields, no hyperdrive and no life support systems. This also made them inexpensive and very quick to replace. Because of the lack of life support systems, each TIE pilot had to wear a fully sealed flight suit. And the absence of a hyperdrive also rendered the fighter totally dependent on carrier ships when deployed in enemy systems. The TIE fighter also lacked landing gear, another mass-reducing measure. But while the ships were totally capable of sitting on their wings, they were not designed to land or to disembark their pilots without special support. On Imperial ships, the TIEs were launched from racks in hangar bays. TIE fighters were designed to attack in large numbers, overwhelming the enemy craft, sort of swarm-like. Standard attack squadrons consisted of 12 fighters, while a full attack wing was made up of 6 squadrons of 12 fighters. 72, I make that. Much like the Rebel starfighters, the Imperial TIE fighters also had squadron names and numbered designations. For example, Black 2, Black 3, Black 4, with Black Squadron being Darth Vader's personal elite squadron, and Darth Vader himself was Black Leader. The TIE pilots themselves had their own identification, such as DS-61-2, the first 2 letters indicating their posting, the next 2 or 3 digits indicating the squadron number, and the last number is the pilot's ranking in the squadron. For example, DS-61-2, DS is for Death Star, 61 is a squadron, in this case Black Squadron, and number 2 is his ranking in the squadron, putting him as Vader's left wingman. DS-61-3 was Vader's right wingman in Black Squadron. He flew Black 3 during the Battle of Yavin, but he was shot down in the Death Star trench as the Millennium Falcon swooped in to protect Luke as he lined up for the thermal exhaust port. Seeing this, DS-61-2 panicked and tried to avoid the freighter's laser fire, only to collide with Vader's TIE Advance fighter. Vader was sent spinning into deep space, while DS-61-2 himself was killed when his fighter impacted the Death Star trench wall. A little bit of film trivia for you now. The TIE fighter was originally meant to have a blue hull, but this was abandoned when blue screen filming made the fighters transparent, a bit like a cloaking device. I guess they could have used that. I do like this build, as the blue on the panels reflects the original set.